More than 8,000 hours. That's how much time I've spent playing the game NGU Idle. I've also unlocked all the achievements, but that's just icing on the cake. For those who haven't heard about it, NGU stands for Numbers Go Up. It's an idle incremental game with only one objective: grow your number. Frankly, as a game developer working on an idle incremental game myself, I've played quite a bunch of idle games and can confidently say that NGU Idle is one of the best, if not the best among them. Remember when I mentioned that my game Get a Little Gold garnered more than 2 million plays on Kongregate? Well, that's nothing compared to NGU Idle, that boasted almost 10 times as many, more than 20 million plays on Kongregate. And as far as I can recall, back in the days when Kongregate publicly showed statistics of the most popular games on their site, NGU Idle was top 1 in the idle category, which is just insane. Especially taking into account that Kongregate is considered the largest library of idle incrementals and boasts the biggest community of players who love idols. The question is, what makes NGU Idle so special? Well, first things first, let's all agree that a truly fantastic idle game isn't really about flashy graphics. Take the two games I've already covered on this channel: Animated Dimensions and A Darkroom. They're mostly text-based. And speaking of A Darkroom, it even rocks some pseudo-graphics for its adventure mode. There are so many great idle incrementals with simpler graphics that sometimes I almost believe minimal visuals to be one of their vital attributes. Well, it's almost entirely composed of menus, buttons, bars, text fields, so mainly UI elements. The graphics in-game are mostly limited to static boss images and some items icons in your inventory. Now, if it's not the graphics, then what sets NGU Idle apart as one of the top games in the idle incremental genre? Well, in my opinion, what truly stands out is the incredible interconnected depth of the gameplay, gradually revealing itself as you delve deeper into the game. At the outset, you are greeted with the energy bar filling up in the top left corner of the screen and two available tabs: Basic Training and Fight Boss. Soon, you discover that allocating energy can enhance your attack and defense skills, gearing you up to face your first boss, a small piece of fluff. You can already sense the dedication and hard work invested in crafting these bosses. And mind you, this is just the beginning. They become even more gorgeous as you progress. After defeating your first 4 bosses, you unlock another 2 tabs, Adventure and Inventory respectively. The Adventure tab allows you to choose a location to engage in battles with numerous enemies. Initially, only one location, the Tutorial Zone, is available. However, as you defeat more bosses, you'll unlock new challenging locations with powerful enemies. When enemies meet their demise, they might drop valuable loot, such as weapons, armor, or accessories, which can be equipped for more effective combat. As you may have guessed, your loot is accessible in the Inventory tab. In addition to the regular loot, enemies can also drop special boosts that enhance your equipment. Furthermore, weapons, armors, and accessories can be combined to increase their level all the way up to 100, making them even more powerful. Now, boosting these items will not only improve your adventure characteristics like attack and defense, but also increase other stats like the speed of acquiring energy and its power, number of gold dropped by enemies and their respawn rate, hell, even the drop rate of different rare artifacts. Every system in the game is intricately connected, creating an engaging and enjoyable experience. As a player, this interconnectivity provides you with a plethora of activities and incentives for continuous improvement, making it nearly impossible to put the game down. For instance, the simple act of collecting energy in the early stages of the game not only adds to your current energy, but also boosts your energy cap for the next rebirth. This dynamic encourages you to eagerly undergo rebirth and to witness the expanded possibilities with the increased cap. Simultaneously, Allocating energy to basic training goes beyond just enhancing your attack and defense. It also reduces the energy required to reach the maximum training speed after each rebirth. Take ultimate attack training for example. Currently, it demands 53,000 energy for maximum speed, but after rebirth, this requirement drops to 47,000. All in all, the game is huge. I won't be able to dive into all the complexities and variety here unless I'm ready to put in an hour or more, which I'm definitely not going to do. What I'll do though is showcase my main save to outline the scheme and give you a glimpse of what you might expect as you progress closer to the end game. However, do keep in mind that on average it'll take nearly 2 years of real-time gameplay to reach this stage. Yeah, it's somewhat longer than a dark room we talked about in the previous review, which can be easily completed in just a few hours. So here's my save with 2 years worth of progress and over a year of idle time, before I finally launch it again for the sake of this video. As you can see, both energy and magic are kept at 9 quintillion, along with all basic trainings requiring precisely 1 energy to max out the speed for each one. This is expected, right? Heading to the boss stop, we discover that there are no more bosses for us to fight, as we conquered and defeated all 900 of them in all 3 game modes: normal, evil and sadistic. The money pit doesn't offer anything special. We can still dump all our hard-earned gold into it for an abysmal reward. Now, considering the adventure tab, we are currently farming the infinite tower of pissed off dudes, aka ITOPOD, with max power and nearly max toughness. On the right hand side you can see how many combat zones I already unlocked. Some of them are fighting areas where you can encounter the so-called Titans, the most powerful and dangerous creatures in NGU Idle that drop the rarest and most valuable artifacts. However, at the current stage of the game I'm already auto-killing all of them. Wait, it looks like the final Titan, the traitor, is still alive. He is the hardest boss in the game, and you won't be able to complete the game unless you defeat him. Nobody dares to mess with him. So I guess I'll conquer him with idle mode on. I assume there aren't many players who have ever done this. Okay, it looks like his passive ability has reduced my HP to critical levels, but even with this advantage he isn't able to inflict any decent damage and quickly succumbs to my vigorous attacks. It's insane, his attacks can even match my regen. Moving on to the inventory tab, where I keep only the most powerful items, including this puzzle-like amulet consisting of 16 pieces. To obtain all parts of the amulet, you need to complete a series of challenging quests, with the final one being the defeat of the Traitor Titan, which we just accomplished. Once you've collected all the puzzle pieces, pressing the one with the red button triggers the end of the game. But before I show you that, let's quickly explore the other tabs. If we head to the items list, you can see that I've not only collected all available items in the game, but also maxed out their levels. The augmentation tab is another place where you can spend your energy to further increase your attack and defense. I hope this makes it a bit clearer how this game builds an interconnected system of different mechanics that enhance engagement and fun by interacting with each other. That's precisely what I'm trying to achieve in my Get a Little Gold game, introducing various tightly tight mechanics. Their main aim is to keep players incentivized and engaged by always having the next goal in sight. So as soon as a player reaches any objective, they instantly have another one to pursue, making the game much more engaging and even irresistible. So essentially, all the other systems in NGU Idle are geared towards improving your stats by utilizing different mechanics that become available the deeper you delve into the game. After augmentation, you'll find the Advanced Training tab, allowing you to spend all excess energy on improving adventure stats. The Time Machine is just another way of earning gold in the game. It takes the maximum gold ever dropped by enemies in the Adventure tab and multiplies it continuously, depending on how much energy and magic the player allocated to the time machine. Blood magic requires magic to produce blood, which in turn can be used to cast various dark spells. These spells increase your number on rebirth, drop chance bonus, multiplier to GPS, and so on. Wonders is yet another option for utilizing redundant energy and magic by turning it into precious attack and defense stats. The same goes for the NGU tab, which by the way stands for numbers go up, just like the game's title. Here you can use your excess energy and magic to increase the efficiency of augments and wonders, boost the respawn rate of enemies, increase the amount of gold they drop, and so on. Moving on to the Yggdrasil tab, which refers to the giant holy tree in the Norse mythology. It allows you to plant different fruits and grow them to further increase your stats. Once these fruits reach a certain level, you can eat them to either boost your stats or gain some resources. Now onto the gold diggers. Despite their name, gold diggers don't actually dig gold for you. Instead, they spend your gold in exchange for further stat boosts. Essentially, each of these mechanics provides a slightly different way of spending your resources to increase your stats. The Beards of Power tab allows you to utilize excess energy and magic after reaching the cap. You don't need to allocate any resources to them. As soon as your energy and magic are maxed, all the production goes to Beards of Power automatically. Now questing requires you to hunt for quest items in different zones. Completing quests allow you to collect quest points. And what can you use these points for? You guessed it, further improvement of various stats. Hacks introduce a completely new resource, the so-called third resource. The game gives you an option to input any name for this resource. In my case, I called it dust. Obviously, you need dust to do hacks. Wishes? Allocate all three types of resources to them and wait for a certain amount of time, ranging from a few minutes to, well, a few weeks, I guess. And what can you wish for? Increasing your stats, of course. Next up, there are cards, which are randomly granted to you every so often and can be cast if you have a special resource called Mayo. Why Mayo though? I guess nobody knows. You'll find out how to get Mayo closer to the end of the game. Finally, the last tab you'll unlock is called Cooking, allowing you to craft different recipes that increase the amount of experience you gain. That was quite a lot of mechanics, wasn't it? However, that's exactly what turns just another idle incremental game into an extraordinary masterpiece, which NGU Idle definitely is. Combining all these systems together and balancing them to the point of perfection, that's what makes it shine. So, after 2 years of playing, I guess I'm finally ready to press this little red button I promised earlier. If you're afraid of spoilers, you have a few more seconds to stop the video right now. 3, 2, 1, the end. What a fantastic journey! If you haven't played NGU Idle yet, I'm sure you should give it a try. And if you're looking for something a little bit shorter, watch this next video where I delve into another excellent idle game, A Dark Room. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.